Hey everyone, it's Edwin here, the Pretty Green Vinyl Guy. I'm here with a video update for my vinyl finds for the third quarter of 2025. I got a little stack here. Not huge, but this isn't the only vinyl I've been buying, so I'm going to do another video on 12-inch singles and another video on 7-inch singles. So these are the LPs. So the first one is Get the Knack. Now, I don't know in other parts of the world, but certain times of the year, people put stuff they don't want in their house out on the sidewalk. And I was walking my dog around my neighborhood, and there was, I think the couple actually passed, so I'm not sure. But there was, I think their older adult kids started putting stuff out on the sidewalk, and I noticed a box of records. Now, everything in the box was the classical, Anne Marie, Roger Miller, just the typical thrift store finds. But this was in there, and I thought, yeah, it's free. I'm gonna Get the Knack. I had this for many years, and then I think I sold it at a record show, but it's in really good shape. So this was maybe one of the kids, when they were little, but it's on the purple capital. So yeah, little freebie, the Knack, Get the Knack. So okay, so I'm going to start with some soul and funk records. This is Sly and the Family Stone, Fresh, I believe is the name of this album. Yeah, and this is still in the Shrink original press on the Epic label. Obviously in the 70s, 1973, and yeah, just fantastic condition. I just had this spinning while I was setting up here. Just good old Sly Stone, funk, soul, and yeah, fantastic. And then this was kind of a blind buy. This is Heat Wave, Hot Property. And I was doing some research. This is a soul funk disco album. These guys were from the UK. But interestingly, the main guy, Rod Temperton, he went on to, he wrote some of Michael Jackson's biggest songs. He wrote Thriller, and from the first album, Rock With You, and Off the Wall. Fantastic. And so I think Rod made more money from Michael Jackson than he actually might have from Heat Wave. But yeah, fun album. Got kind of a disco vibe. It's on this GTO label out of the UK. Kind of sounds a little off the wallish, like you can hear the keyboard guitar riff. And then this is Johnny Guitar Watson. Look at that cover. And again, this is a soul funk album, also out of the UK from 1977. And again, it was a blind buy. I just saw the cover and I thought, oh yeah, that's going to be good. Actually, the record store had a little extra sticker on it that said, how funky this record was or something like that. So there you go. Johnny Guitar Watson, Funk Beyond the Call of Duty. And this is on this DJM label. And yeah, really good stuff. A little out of my wheelhouse, but that's what this is all about, right? And this is another one. This was actually playing in the record shop, and I was like, oh, I gotta have this. This is the Siegel Schwal Band. And I'd never heard of these guys, but I might be the only one. And they are like a blues quartet. Again, that kind of early 70s. It doesn't say when this came out. This is on the Vanguard label. I'm just trying to see if I can see the date. The vinyl's in beautiful condition. And the album opens with this funky remake of Shake For Me, which is a Willie Dixon blues song, and it's just like this real kind of laid back blues. It's pretty digestible if you're, you know, new to the blues and you don't want to, you know, be kind of not getting it. But this is a really, really good album if you see anything by these guys. And like I said, I'd never heard of them, but good stuff. And then this had been on my lookout for a long time. This is Prefab Sprout. Now you'll notice the title, Two Wheels Good. You know, and in the UK, it's called Steve McQueen. Same album, just I think it was for you know, they didn't want to get sued by the Steve McQueen estate, so they changed the name in North America to Two Wheels Good. But oh man, what a brilliant album! So good, right in my wheelhouse. Again, just a gorgeous copy on the Epic label, but just, I mean, it's as good as the day it was bought new. Just fantastic. I actually picked this Prefab Sprout and the Sign the Family Stone, which are the one that was in the shrink, at a record shop up in Kelowna. I was up there for doing a triathlon this summer, and they were both on the wall. And so I treated myself. That was the only two records I bought, but yeah, just fantastic. And then this is one I was kind of curious about. This is Dub Side of the Moon, the Easy Star All-Stars. Easy Star All-Stars, yeah. And as the title would tell you, this is a dub version of Dark Side of the Moon. And apparently they've done other albums. I looked it up off the top of my head now. I think they do Radiohead with Paranoid Android. What was that album? Anyway, you know the one I mean. So yeah, really, really chill, laid back, just a little different, but kind of a neat interpretation of Dark Side of the Moon in Dub Side of the Moon. And oh yeah, this is on green vinyl. Looks like their own kind of label or something. It could even be like a bootleg or something, I don't know. Easy Star Records, made in the Czech Republic, right? And then I was in Toronto. I went to see Oasis in Toronto, of course, and I picked up a couple of records while I was there. And this was a blast from my past. This is 808 State with Excel. I'm not sure how you pronounce it because it's got the little dot there. But this has Olympic and Cubics, San Francisco. This is a double album and on a really cool blue vinyl. I really liked 808 State back in the 90s. I love the Pacifico. I'd like to try and find that on vinyl. But this is great. Every bit as good. In lovely shape. This was used at the record shop. And then I'm going to finish with these two. So this was another one I found in Toronto at the record store. And of course, this is Flipper, Generic Flipper. This is a US punk band. I mean, I know this album from digital, but this album's always rated in like obscure rankings of best albums ever made. This album makes it on those lists all the time. And it's really, I mean, it's a great album. It's famous for, it's Four Men with Beards label. It's famous for Sex Bomb, which is like almost 8 minutes long for a punk band, you know, which are usually 2-minute songs, right? But yeah, just a very, very, I've been looking for this record for 20 plus years, never see it, and had to buy it. So that's Generic Flipper with album. And last but not least was the new Pulp album, More. This is just brilliant. I know this is already being reviewed to death on the VC, so I'm not going to say much about it, but great album. Really have enjoyed it. I've listened to it a lot the first week I had it. I got the colored vinyl. version. And yeah, I was so happy to pick that up and have enjoyed it very much. And not that I've bought a lot of new vinyl for this year, but excuse me, this would be my favorite release of the year, even though it's actually was recorded in 2024. Anyway, there you go. So that's my vinyl update for the third quarter of 2025. Thanks everybody for watching.